When we start Lightroom, we go through the first 3 steps to importing, renaming, and exporting your digital files. So let's get started. First of all, when your Lightroom opens, your window will open and you go down to the very far left corner and you go to your Import tab. Highlight your import and select Import. Now when Import opens up, your import window will open up. Make sure your add is selected on the very top of your menu bar. And we need to now select your files from the source on your computer. And again, we are going to go ahead and create our files on the desktop, so we need to pick our desktop. We can either go to our select a source icon in the black button, or come down into the library panel here and we can select the folder we want to import. So we're going to select our folder here, Madison 210622. So let's highlight this and open this. And you have the option to either check all or uncheck all. So we're going to uncheck all. And since this assignment you only need to rename 2, we're going to go ahead and check 2 of them that we're going to import. Once those are checked and highlighted, we go down to the very far right panel corner and we hit import. Now this folder that's already renamed will be imported into your timeline of your Lightroom with your 2 photos. And those are designated and listed up here in your library mode of your work panel. So the first of all, what we need to do is highlight the photo we need to rename. Make sure it's highlighted. We go down into our slideshow, highlight the image. Next we go up to the library option in your menu bar. Click on your library mode and your drop down panel will open and your renaming photo will be down in the middle. So we go ahead and we select rename photo. Make sure your custom original file number option is highlighted, and in your custom text box now you have your blue input panel open, and so we're going to go ahead and rename this again 210909, and we're going to name it with your last name, and I'm going to put my last name Moya here, so it's going to be M-O-Y-A. And again, you can see your new text renaming is down right here in the example section. Once it looks good and you correct it, hit OK. Now your photo is renamed, which shows on the top panel here above your slideshow. In the very far right description text is your new renaming, which is 210909 Moya. Once all your editing, renaming, and any adjustments are completed, now we want to export everything back to another work folder on our desktop. So we're going to hit export, which is next to import on the very left corner. Hit export. And again, make sure all of your adjustments on your setting panels here are set. A big tip, make sure your renaming function is not selected. If you do, the last renaming text that's been inputted on your custom name is going to show. So make sure that's unchecked. As long as everything else is checked the way you want, go ahead and go down to the very far bottom right corner and your blue tab with export will be selected. If everything looks correct, go ahead and select your export tab. Now everything will be exported into, again, your work folder that you've already created. So we're going to go ahead and export. And as you're exporting, you have your status bar up here in the very top left panel where your Lightroom label for your application is listed. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and close Lightroom so we can take a look at your tab. I always skip this backup unless I'm going to back up at the time. So we created the folder which was 210909 Moi already. I'm going to go ahead and open this folder. And again, you can see all of the different files that I've already renamed and exported. So our last file that we actually exported was this top one, which was actually renamed properly. And it's got a 1-2 because it's the second time I've renamed this particular file. So once those are verified and proofed, you're all done. I shall see you next week.